The fighters. Introducing first, the challenger and former world champion, Triple D, Daniel Dynamite Dubois. And the defending world champion, Fabio Wardley. And now, let's have the fighters face off.
Chaos erupts as during the face-off immediately after Moses Atoma's win over Jermaine Franklin. Fabio Wardley spoke first, making a strong statement, and Daniel Dubois responded by stepping forward and pushing him. Frank Warren organized the meeting to build tension, showcasing Dubois' assertiveness and Wardley's confidence as both heavyweights sized each other up in the ring.
What a fight that is, eh? What a fight. May 9th, Fabio Wardley, the current WBO heavyweight champion, versus former IBF heavyweight champion, Daniel Dubois. The best way to watch that.
You're going to have to wear him a bit and break him down and wear him through and do a bit more with him. So, yeah, it went pretty much how I had it.
Johnny Nelson explains that the tension in the face-off was a calculated tactic. The idea was to see if either fighter could be provoked into losing focus. Dubois and Wardley both remained composed, showing that their mental strength is just as sharp as their physical power, with neither willing to deviate from their game plan.
Crossing out, getting back to it, and that's what they're all been trying to do, you know, because he's thinking, if I can get this man angry, get this man mad, then he'll deviate from his game.
Eddie Hearn highlights the intensity and risk of bringing Dubois and Wardley face to face. He explains that heavy security was necessary to prevent any escalation, underlining how charged the atmosphere was. Both fighters' reputations for aggression made the face-off a high-stakes moment before the actual clash in the ring.
You honestly think if these two come together like this, well, you know what's going to happen?
So what
I'm going to keep them apart by a wall of security.
Frank Warren makes it clear that he does not enjoy the heated exchanges and face-offs despite being a promoter. He emphasizes that the fight itself is what matters most. His comments underline that the tension between Dubois and Wardley is purely in the spirit of promotion and competitive anticipation.
I don't like it. People think because you're a promoter you like all that stuff. Me, I didn't like what happened.
Wade Plemines notes that while physical confrontations in a face-off are not ideal, they are part of boxing culture. He points out that in combat sports, heated moments happen frequently. Both Dubois and Wardley are aware of the rules, and their controlled aggression reflects the intensity fans expect from heavyweight showdowns.
The line, you shouldn't be doing it. They shouldn't be putting hands on each other, but it is the fight game, and we've seen far worse. We've seen guys get in fights. We've seen people throw dollies in this game in the combat sports world.
Frank Warren analyzes the matchup by comparing styles and age. He emphasizes that both fighters are heavy hitters, and the blend of their approaches promises an explosive start the moment the bell rings. This preview sets the stage for an action-packed heavyweight clash with fans eagerly anticipating who will land first.
Both got that, and who will prevail, because I'm not being disrespectful, they're in their 40s, aren't they now? So the speed that they had a few years ago is not there. Their styles will blend to make it a real, as soon as that bell goes, right on top of each other, and they'll be throwing their...
Don Charles reflects on his relationship with Daniel Dubois and his father, explaining that his departure as coach was sudden and poorly timed. He stresses mutual respect but highlights the challenges of changes behind the scenes. His insights show the personal dynamics that influence a fighter's mindset before major bouts.
Privately, Daniel's father in particular, he recognized what I've done for Daniel and the father, and I too recognize what they done for me as a coach. So it's a mutual thing. Like I said, it was a sudden ending, and that doesn't sit well with me in the way that and I haven't got this entitlement that I must be Daniel Dubois' coach.
No, fair enough.
But the timing of it, when 48 hours prior to me being dismissed, sacked,
Yeah.
the conversations I was having with Daniel's father didn't
Give you
suggest,
indications of that?
no, that's the only thing that doesn't sit well with me. But like I said, I've digested it, I've acknowledged it, accepted it, processed it, and I've accepted it, and life moves on.
Is the person who I'd have as the favourite, and obviously that's Fabio Wardley. His resume in his last 4 or 5 fights have been really good, as was Daniel Dubois before the Usyk fight. So it depends what the Usyk fight took out of Dubois. You know, will he be questioning himself? He's been accused of quitting again. Could have got up by certain people in the press, things like that, and these things will be playing on his mind, and it's whether he can come out and say, right, I'll fucking show yous, or he'll go within himself a little bit. I think it'll be the former, but I think the hand speed of Fabio Wardley will cause Dubois problems. He can be hit clean. Obviously, Wardley will have to be on high alert and can't afford to really make one mistake.
Carl Frock highlights Dubois' raw power and questions whether he has the mindset to reach the very top. He contrasts this with Fabio Wardley, noting that while Wardley has achieved success, his opponents have not matched Dubois' elite punching power. This sets up the intrigue for a clash between two heavyweight punchers with differing experience levels.
You do wonder, when it comes on top for him, Daniel Dubois, what's up there and does he want it? That's the only real question mark I've got over his career. Obviously, losing to Usyk's no disgrace, but he's a massive puncher, big, hard hitter. And Fabio Wardley has never really been in there. You've got Justice Hooney, you've got Joseph Parker, you've got Fraser Clark. None of them are really bangers, are they? None of them can really punch hard for heavyweight. I'm sure if they hit you on the chin, it'd hurt. But somebody like me who's got a granite chin, I think...
Duke McKenzie praises Wardley's growth after becoming a world champion, highlighting his victory over Joseph Parker as proof of his progress. He also notes that Daniel Dubois possesses a technically refined jab, hinting that the upcoming fight will be as much a strategic battle as a power contest. Fans can expect a chess match inside the heavyweight arena.
Because Fabio Wardley's a world champion now in his own right. And that 5% I'm just talked to you about, he's 5% better now than what he was before he won the title, because that's what it gives you when you win a world title. Now, he's just beaten Joseph Parker, right? And messed him up quite badly. It wasn't an easy fight. It ebbed and flowed for periods in that fight, but ultimately, Wardley got the job done. That's what he does. He gets the job done. Look at his career. Now, he would have improved, and a lot is to be said of Daniel Dubois, because he's got an excellent jab. That was the difference between him and AJ when they fought, was that jab. It was just beautiful. Wardley's got a good jab, and if Wardley's jab has improved since winning that title, then it's a battle of...
Tyson Fury hails this as a landmark British heavyweight showdown. He emphasizes the size, youth, and power of both fighters, making it a genuine 50-50 contest. Fury paints the fight as a spectacle for fans, where the first clean, powerful shot could define the outcome, showcasing why this clash is must-watch for British boxing.
Camp. I think Wardley's a good fighter, and I think the Daniel Dubois fight is a very good fight. I think it's a great fight for British boxing. Two British heavyweights knocking lumps off each other, and these are two big punches, and you know, whoever lands first with the best shot will win.
What makes him dangerous, you think?
Oh, they're all dangerous, all heavyweights, yeah, they're all very dangerous. These guys are 6'4", 6'5", 18 stone wrecking machines. Look how they're built. They're built like Greek gods, carved out of stone. The training, they're young, they're ambitious, dangerous.
And then Daniel versus Fabio Wardley, who do you think will win?
They're both in their prime, both fresh, both young, and it's a real fight where it's not like one's past it and one isn't. They're both in their prime, so I think the fans are the real winners here. They get to see a 50-50 fight between two big heavyweights.
I wonder if Fabio Wardley is going to fall for that call out, because one thing about Fabio, he just got the belt. He just got the belt, and he wants to prove that he's a legitimate champion, and I think doing so is to beat another one that was a legitimate champion, Daniel Dubois. But what does it mean for Fabio Wardley to be wanted, right? To be sought after? I think it's an opportunity for Fabio Wardley to make some serious cash.
Fabio Wardley is making it clear that he wants to be remembered as a warrior, not someone who avoids the tough fights. He stresses the importance of taking on every challenge and proving himself against top-tier opponents. This mindset shows his ambition and confidence. Wardley's willingness to face Daniel Dubois head-on signals a clash where mental toughness and courage will be just as important as power. Fans should expect a fearless approach from Wardley, ready to test himself against one of Britain's hardest hitters. His words set the tone for a fight where he wants to make a lasting legacy.
I chose him because of that exact reason. I want to be remembered for being a great fighter, but also a great world champion. Someone who wasn't shy, didn't cherry pick fights, didn't pick the easy ones just to hold on to and then have some sort of title of reign, or if I held on to my belt for 8 years and I fought like nobody's in that time or whatever else and dodged all the good fights. Like, that's not how I want to be.
Spencer Oliver points out that the Dubois-Wardley fight will be decided as much in the mind as in the ring. Daniel Dubois has size and power, but mental preparation under the guidance of his team, particularly Don, will be critical. The focus is on self-belief, strategy, and staying composed under pressure. This insight gives fans a deeper understanding of the psychological battle unfolding behind the scenes. Dubois' physical attributes are well known, but mastering mindset and discipline could be the key to dominating a dangerous and motivated fighter like Fabio Wardley.
It's all about mindset. Dom recognises that. It's not about the physicalities with Daniel Dubois. Never has been. Yeah. You know, he's a big, strong guy, and like, if you get his mind right and he's that self-belief there, and that's what Dom will be working on with him.
Duke McKenzie underlines the volatility of heavyweight clashes, noting that a single shot can end the fight. He highlights that Dubois, despite being a former world champion, lacks lateral movement, which could be a vulnerability. The fight is primed for explosive exchanges, with both fighters packing immense power and decent technical skills. McKenzie predicts a high-stakes battle where strategy, timing, and reflexes will be just as critical as brute force. Fabio Wardley's adaptability and punching ability make him a serious threat, and the fight promises to be fast-paced, punishing, and unpredictable. Fans should expect fireworks from the opening bell, with the first clean connection potentially deciding the outcome in a matter of seconds.
And as you know, in heavyweight boxing, unlike any other weight division, you're one punch from victory, one punch from disaster. So it's not a question of the first one to land, because Dubois, there isn't enough lateral movement. You can only teach him so much. Dubois he's been to the top of that tree. He's tasted world title success. He knows what it is to be a world champion. You can't really improve when you've been a world champion. I mean, you never stop learning, but it's whether you can actually take that and put it into action. For me, there's not enough movement from Daniel Dubois, and once those bullets start getting fired, then mate, once those shots start coming in, boy, someone's getting knocked out. It's gonna be, you know what, their styles are gonna blend so well, because like I say, they're both punchers. They both box reasonably well. They both got reasonably good stamina. And, you know, as soon as that bell goes, mate, don't blink. Don't blink. It's going to be, boy, you know what, like I say, I'm quite excited about that one.
Ade Oladipo describes the matchup as sensational brutality, emphasizing the power and danger both fighters bring. He sees it as a true 50-50 contest, highlighting Dubois' capacity to punish early and Wardley's resilience and cracking power. Dipo credits both fighters for taking on top-tier challenges, and the fight is framed as one of the most exciting and unpredictable in recent British heavyweight boxing. Fans can expect intense exchanges, potential early drama, and an unpredictable outcome that will test skill, toughness, and strategy.
Jesus Christ, man. That's just sensational. Honestly, that is just brutality at its best. I have picked against Fabio 2 or 3 times. I will never pick against him again. That being said, I picked it against Dubois a couple of times. I think it's 50-50, and this isn't fencing, because I 51-49 Fabio. Fabio can crack, unlike any heavyweight I think right now in the division, but he takes a lot of punishment. Like, we've seen it, and I don't think you can take that type of punishment early from Dubois. But it's a tremendous fight. And look, if it does happen, credit to both. Credit to Dubois. To do Usyk, Miller, Hrgovic, AJ, Usyk, Wardley is better than any run minus Usyk in the heavyweight division. And By the way, Parker was supposed to be squeezed in there as well, so...
Frank Warren frames this as a high-octane heavyweight showdown where the fight could end in a single explosive moment. Both fighters are described as aggressive, forward-moving, and capable of delivering decisive shots. Warren highlights Fabio Wardley's momentum from recent victories and Dubois' hunger to redeem himself, making it a compelling contest with no clear favorite. Fans should expect non-stop action, dramatic exchanges, and a fight that could swing in an instant, with both mental fortitude and timing being as crucial as raw power in deciding who prevails.
It's a big fight, two big punches, don't blink. I mean, that's the name of the fight, and that's what you don't blink, because anything can happen with these guys. They can punch, they walk forward fighters. It ain't going the distance, it won't go the distance, and it's who's going to land that bomb first.
If you had to, obviously you promote both guys, so might put you in a little awkward situation. Who would you say the favourite is going into that fight?
Do you know what? I find it very difficult. I think there's a case for both of them to be favourite. But the form fighter obviously is Fabio. He's done everything that's asked him. He's learnt on the job. He's done it, in beating Joe Parker. I mean, that again was #1 fighting #2. He beaten Joe Parker. A lot of people didn't fancy him at all, and he showed what he's all about. He upset a good quality heavyweight fighter and stopped him, and done it in style, and he's done it with quite a few occasions now. So he'll fancy it. Daniel, he wants to redeem himself.
The build-up to Daniel Dubois versus Fabio Wardley is reaching fever pitch with everything on the line for both fighters. Daniel Dubois comes in with experience at the top level and a burning desire to redeem himself after his previous setbacks. His power and aggression are unmatched, and he knows that one clean shot could change the entire fight. Fabio Wardley brings confidence and a fearless mindset, having taken on the best and proven he is not afraid to throw himself into deep waters. This is not just a battle of fists, but a battle of wills. Both fighters are mentally tough, young, and in their prime, which means the fight could explode into action from the opening bell. Every jab, every step forward, and every punch thrown could be decisive. Fans can expect fireworks and a heavyweight clash that will be remembered for years. Who is mentally stronger and who wants it more will be the key to victory. Are you backing Daniel Dubois, or do you think Fabio Wardley will pull off the upset? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.